Warning, the video you are about to see contains stupid people saying stupid stuff while doing stupid things. So for your safety and the protection of those around you, please try this at home. Welcome to Darts and Dialogues, where we talk about random things until a pack of cigarettes is gone. Today, that pack of cigarettes is
Marlboro Gold Kings. You know, got the gold packaging here, very sleek, very white, love that.
We also have a chessboard because we love chess. But yeah, today's topic is DMing.
He's like 200, bro.
200 years old?
No, like 200 ELO, dumbass.
I'm like 800 ELO.
Nah.
No, I'm probably like 6 by now. Today's topic is DMing. As you know, I don't know if you know from the last video, which was like 2 months ago, I like playing D&D. So do all my buddies.
You've been DMing for what, 8 years now? I don't know.
About 8 years.
Yeah, and I've been DMing for like 2 months. So we were thinking about talking about how different it is between the both of us. Well, we smoke a delicious Marlboro Gold cigarette.
Indeed.
What the fuck?
So I remember when I first started out DMing, it was in high school, freshman year, with the campaign or the adventure Lost Mines of Phandelver, and things got a little hectic, so we shut it down. We started a new campaign, one that I wrote.
Territorial Warfare.
That was a horrible adventure. And now we're playing Curse of Strahd, which is, if you ever played D&D before, is the most infamous.
You've heard of it before, if you've heard of D&D, but it's about a vampire who's he likes a woman too much. He's a bit fruity.
A little bit. But now we have started writing our own adventure or campaign because it's a large-scale world. And we are going to be co-DMing it, which is going to be a little interesting with a new guy and a semi-pro. I wouldn't call myself pro because I'm still
professional. You haven't even finished one campaign.
I've said this on multiple occasions. The fact that we haven't finished a single adventure past 5 sessions, it's like 60-40 players the DM.
Oh, it's like 80-20 the players.
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all. I've been DMing for 2 months. These players, they make me crazy.
To give some perspective, my first time DMing ever in freshman year, like I was saying, one of my players tried to have intercourse with a dead horse. And me being the dungeon master had to role play that experience, and I ended up having to give them AIDS.
Yeah.
And then my character in his campaign got bird AIDS.
Yeah,
so
patient zero, and they got fucking mauled
yeah,
by like 10 motherfuckers.
It's a mutual disrespect between players and DM.
So it's like this fucking, it's a hellhole being a DM, but like a fun one, I guess, because the more they fuck with you, you can just be an asshole to them.
Exactly. Now, you've been DMing for a very short time, but the entire time that I was DMing, you were one of my players. So how would you compare being a player, well, spending more time as a player to spending less time as a DM? And then I'll compare the same thing with less time as a player and more time as a DM.
God, being a DM is like, you have to keep track of so much shit. It's like when you're a player, you're just, you're keeping track of your character. You take some notes on the campaign if you feel like it. But besides for that, it's pretty easy days. But when you're DMing, you got to keep track of monsters. Like when you got these pre-written campaigns, you have to read through like hella of other people's lore.
Stat
you got to
blocks.
try and you have to figure out what you want to do. And if you don't know, you have to roll for it. All that shit.
Yeah.
A bunch of random encounters. And it's like, it's just a lot more management and brain power to be a DM. That's why you get the Benjamin.
Some people have different methods, but yeah.
But I guess let me hit you right back with it. What's like, how do you feel as being like just starting being a player compared to like DMing?
Being a player, like obviously, there's less to manage, but I do prefer being a DM. Obviously, I'm a little biased. I've spent way more time as a DM, but that whole tracking character stats or NPCs and the combat encounters and like the whole world building, all your environment stats, like you get used to that part, and once you get past that, it's just more fun being able to control an entire landscape or an entire environment than just one character. However, controlling your one character, you take away all of the control. You don't have to all the responsibility of controlling your environment and the weather and the NPCs, and you just get to be another person. Because with DMing, you're a lot of different people, and it gets a little James McAvoy and Split-ish, where you start going crazy. But controlling one character, you get to focus in and hone in, and it becomes a nice little dynamic.
So like, it's like you're schizophrenic when you're the DM, but you're only bipolar when you're the player.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just two different mental illnesses. It's great.
It's amazing.
But, yeah, I mean, DMing is pretty fun, you know, having the players do all the random horse shit to try to annoy you. Fuck it. I don't wanna.
Now, co-DMing is going to be interesting because we have very different kind of DMing styles. From what I can tell already, I like setting up stuff for later on in the campaign, even though we've never gotten to stuff later on in any campaign. I like to drop mini hints here and there, and then go like one-on-one with characters. I like to have a very like close, or at least I like to try. It doesn't really happen a lot to have very close like relations with each player as opposed to a group, like not connecting with one entity, but connecting with multiple entities and creating, you know, like a dynamic.
And I played Dark Souls for the last fucking 6 years, so everything's going on in the background. You got to figure that shit out. Yeah. That's your problem. You'll eventually figure it out, and if you don't, well, that sucks to be you. Should have talked to that one. Should have talked to that one NPC in the corner of the map that you never even thought was there. But
now, unfortunately, we can't talk about the campaign that we're writing too in depth. Not only because the man behind the curtain is going to be one of the players in the campaign, so we don't want to give away spoilers, but also that our whole friend group, who is the players and all that stuff in our campaigns, like the only people we play D&D with,
are going to be the only people watching.
Going to be the only people watching this video, so we can't give away any kind of spoilers. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe we grow.
Yeah, we get a cult following.
Grow some fame.
This video. Fuck.
I don't know. It's going to be kind of like I think it was last night. Was it last night? The 2-on-1 chess?
Yeah.
Yeah. We both played chess on the same team against our friend who was playing just alone. So it was like we had to like strategize a little bit.
I think we lost, didn't we?
No, we didn't. It was resignation. We won by resignation.
You lost.
We won by resignation.
You lost.
We won by resignation.
You lost.
You shook our hands at the same time.
But you still lost.
Okay.
I guess we lost.
Yeah. But no, I'm going to probably compare the co-DMing. I don't even know how it's going to go yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be somewhat like that.
The synergies were awful.
Yeah. I may or may not have lost us our queen.
Yeah, he threw the entire... This guy has played 5 games of chess in his entire life, and he won our queen because this motherfucker decided to put it like right in front of a fucking rook or a horse or something.
I think it was a knight.
Yeah. Dumbass.
Yeah, what happens, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I don't want that to happen. I want to win.
Oh, with chess?
Yes. What the fuck do I want to move?
Sorry if things get quiet a little bit. We're also in a very deep game of chess.
Yeah,
We're balls deep in the chessboard right now, while also trying to talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's, we're testing this all out.
Yeah, this is probably not going to go that well, and we have to have some kind of conversation stamina because we have a lot of time left on our hands.
I mean, like, shit. Like, what even got you into DM in the first place? D&D.
D&D? All right, so when I was younger, I was younger, and
Yeah.
my dad was a roofer, did a roof for a guy who's like the creator of a game called Strange Frontiers. His name's Mark something, and it's like I don't want to call it knockoff D&D because it was a really good game, but
it's like something similar.
It's a tabletop RPG.
Well, it's like saying
Very
Sun Wukong is similar to Dark Souls.
Yeah.
You know? They're in the same genre, but it's not the same thing.
Exactly. And my dad was always kind of testing waters with the whole like tabletop RPG type of thing with D&D, rolling dice, character creation, all that stuff. So he wanted to get in on Strange Frontiers, and Mark, the guy who he did the roof for, had his whole basement set up with maps and minis and all this like he went full. I mean, he was the creator of the game, you know?
Yeah, so he went full fucking
he went balls to the wall
with it.
Yeah, he had like props up, like whole like wardrobes full of like props and costumes.
God,
and stuff.
I wish I had a basement like that.
It was beautiful. So my dad got in on those games, started going, and then he knew that I was kind of into it, or at least I heard about D&D and was like, oh, that's really cool. I had no idea what it was, but I knew it sounded cool.
Yeah.
So he asked Mark, he's like, hey, you don't mind if my son gets in on it? He's like, yeah, absolutely. So I started playing Strange Frontier. I did some LARPing. Well, I did 2 LARP sessions in the woods, because when Mark moved, he moved way up north to a different place with like a bunch of woods where he started like setting up like trails for all of his adventures, and created like,
oh shit, really?
Dude, he went balls to the wall. He created like whole landscapes in his woods on his property.
How
and
big
then we
was
would
this
go.
motherfucker's property?
I don't know.
I guess you probably got a bit of money for making a game.
Probably. But we went up there and did some stuff, and then we moved into that house, and then we started, into the house that he did the roof for, and we started playing, I started playing D&D and started getting into it a little bit. I bought the starter set, learned basic rules, and then I brought it up to my friends freshman year. I'm like, hey, you guys want to play Dungeons and Dragons? None of us know how to play, but that's okay. We're going to learn by doing, trial by fire, and so we did.
And we've never learned anything since.
The
because
players haven't.
Because it always falls through, because we all start doing dumb shit, and then we stop getting together, and it pisses me off.
Yeah. But I threw myself into that world. I started learning as much as I could, and I don't know. I don't know that much about D&D. Like, I know a lot about D&D, but I don't know as much as like actual professionals like Matt Mercer and like all the dudes in Critical Role. I don't know as much as them, but I do know the most out of the group, so I kind of just help. I don't know. I feel like I help you guys learn some stuff here and there. No?
Sometimes.
Selective hearing.
Very selective. You need a new dart?
No, I'm almost done with this one. What about you? What got you into D&D? Was it?
Well, I always like fantasy bullshit. I always like the anime. Started watching that show when I was younger, and then I like the concept of D&D, and I've been brain rotted by video games, so I thought it would be good to maybe do something in real life that used my head instead of just playing a video game. So I wanted to do it for a long time, but then he brought it up, like he said, freshman year, so I was like, fuck it, start playing. And, it's been real fun. I enjoy playing as a player. It's fun. It's fun being on the other foot, being able to annoy a DM, but when you're the one getting annoyed, it'll piss you off. But,
there's other ways to cope with it, instead of backing out of the game and kind of shutting it down, slowing it down a little bit, what I like to do, like...
Just match the energy.
You match the energy. You want to burn down the forest? Cool, you burn down the forest, and then we all go chaos. I'll start throwing chaos at you, and then, you kind of feed into the chaos a little bit.
Hell demons start coming from your asshole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, have you ever seen the movie Smile? We did a one-shot where the last session that we did on the main story got a little hectic, so let's match the energy. Let's do some hectic stuff. And I threw the Smile Demon at them for a one-shot. I let them make 20 level 20 characters, and then they fought the Smile Demon. And I'm pretty sure you guys all died at the end of the session.
Yeah, I remember walking into the forest, and apparently I got chopped in half.
Yep.
It wasn't very descriptive. It was very sad.
I think you ripped out your own ribs.
Oh, that's fire as fuck.
Yeah.
Wasn't a very good one shot, was it?
Well, we did, let's do a one shot. I'm like, all right, I don't know really what to do.
plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Hold
loud.
it for audio. I didn't know what to do, so I was like, "Smile, demon, I choose you." And then, yeah.
Fun times.
Here you go.
Fun
Here's a
times.
Smile demon. You can't escape, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, there was a way you could escape. If you ever seen the movie Smile, you know, the only way to get rid of it without dying yourself is to kill somebody else.
Yep.
When the fuck was that in the movie?
In the second one.
Oh.
No, it was in the first one.
Yeah.
The prison scene where she was like, "Oh, this is the only motherfucker who survived, but he's got life in prison now for murdering someone." So they went and talked. It's like, how did you pass the Smile Demon on? And it's like, "Oh, I murked that motherfucker."
I don't remember that.
We should watch the Smile movie.
Yeah,
again.
Let's rewatch it. You down?
Not that good of a movie.
Yes,
It's a
it
really
is.
good movie. What are you talking about?
That movie is fucking amazing.
Peak.
I think that movie's scares are so much better than most other movies.
Yeah. I'm gonna open up my rook.
You do that. I think I'll just
Trade bishops, or
and we'll just
knight
trade
for a bishop.
trade material. You done with your dart yet? Or you
Oh,
still
I am.
smoking?
I forgot.
Yeah.
We don't want to be here for too long. And I will be doing more of that series of like the D&D how-tos.
He's just got to find the motivation in his nutsack.
Yeah, I gotta find the time to actually remember that I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, work's been a motherfucker. Meep. Even in material.
We are, aren't we?
Been a while since I smoked a light cigarette. Like,
Yeah, it just doesn't. Feels weird.
it hits a lot differently, you know. It's got a lot less body to it. It's got a lot less fucking, oomph.
But it is smooth.
Well, yeah, real fucking smooth.
Really smooth.
Well, usually if I smoked 3 cigarettes in a row, I'd be a little woozy maybe, but
Sure.
like if I was doing my reds or my American Spirit Blacks, but
Yeah.
some shit like this, it's not too bad.
Not too bad. So, going into like the fundamentals of D&D. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh yeah, like character creation,
Yeah.
race, class.
Didn't they change it in 2024 where your background is like most of what matters for your character now?
They
Like
Yeah.
your race still of course matters, some
class.
race, but mostly it's your background that does shit for you, right?
Yeah, I think they changed it that your feats and not your trait, but your feats and proficiencies don't come from your species or class anymore. They come strictly from your background. So like you said, it became way more important what you choose for your background
In 2024.
in the 2024 edition, yeah, as opposed to the 2014 edition. I mean, they're both 5th edition. They're just like sub editions.
Yeah, rules changed slightly.
Slightly.
Didn't you like the 2024? I remember you talking about that
I
a
really
lot.
like 2024. Yeah. But
Fuck.
like in terms of race and class, like do you have preferences?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like the huge races. I usually prefer I don't know. I like making my character stupid, and usually I like thinking of that usually as a smaller motherfucker. But, usually it's a normal humanoid size, usually around 6 foot. I like to make my own custom race. Like, in my most recent one-shots, I made this... It's a fish dude, but he's not like the regular fish dude. He's like a trout. Well, he's like a human with a trout sticking out of where his head should be. And it's like sideways and shit, so, one side of his face looks at you and the other side's looking away. So it's literally just a trout sticking out of a suit of armor with regular-ass human body.
Yeah.
But,
That's Unthar, right?
yeah, Unthar and Umbar, his cousin.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, one of them is very heavily addicted to marijuana, and the other is, I don't know, kind of half brain dead, I think. Got some sort of...
Like amnesia, like
Yeah.
memento type of thing going on.
something like that.
I don't know. I'm bipolar as hell when it comes to character creation because I'm either going like full on, like I said, like balls to the wall, like hardcore badass, like paladin who will die for his gods, or my current character, my favorite character, my spirit animal of a man,
I'm sure you've heard.
I'm sure you've heard. Apple Tabarami, who is a tiefling bard with an Irish accent who likes hookers and skooma.
Really likes trees for some reason, too.
Oh yeah, he's married to a dryad woman named Kiwi. She's a very beautiful woman, because I am Apple Tabarami.
Yeah, you with your no bitches.
He's a good dude.
Well, he's a good dude.
Trade queens? A little queen trade? All right, full gear shift. Unless there's anything else you want to touch on with D&D.
All right, what's up?
I'm going to switch it back to filmmaking.
Oh, okay.
Now, we watched Inglourious Bastards last night, and I watched it. I pre-gamed the movie the night before, and watched it alone in my room.
Oh, yeah, it was my first time watching it. It was a pretty good fucking watch. No.
Really good movie.
Well, we watched something better yesterday, too.
Chicken Jockey.
Chicken Jack. Oh my god.
Glorious movie. 5 out of 10.
Yeah, 5 out of 10. This is an average, vanilla ass movie. I didn't really like it that much.
I give it a solid 7 for the experience.
It's like,
Yeah.
got to hang out with the homies and go watch the Chicken Jockey movie. But, it's like a movie.
Yeah.
It's like the most generic thing you're ever going to watch.
Thank you, sir.
But for what it is, I did enjoy it. They got good actors, Jason Momoa and Jack Black.
Jack Black, yeah.
Blackjack,
Hit the tables.
Maybe we'll have to do one of these episodes playing cards. But,
I'm in. I'm always in. I'm in.
fuck, I gotta move. Could do that, I guess. But,
No, after we watched Inglourious Bastards, I spent the whole night last night trying to think of, I want to write a movie script with dialogue, with everything, because I saw some, they were, teenagers. They did a school project, and they redid the ending scene. What about you? You take that deal? I'll take that deal. I don't blame you. Damn good. They redid that whole thing. And I'm like, it was kind of low quality.
Did they cut up somebody's head for real?
No, they had, a wig, and then they were, cutting off the wig.
well, yeah, you could kind of see that. It was just a prop scalp that they pulled
Yeah.
off, but...
But I want to do that. I want to recreate movie scenes, or even write our own script and do home movies. We could definitely do that. I like to write when it comes to D&D and campaign. I love writing. You know a lot about cinematography, obviously. You know more about me, more than me.
I put my phone on a tripod.
Is it working? Yeah,
Suppose.
it's working. We could do it. I always had this, it's also my childhood dream. I always wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
Not always, but it was in the back of my mind. I would love to be an actor. That would be fire as hell.
I don't know. I always heard so much wild shit about those actors. How, especially being a kid actor, bro, you are done diabolically. You heard about the iCarly stars and all of them with Dan Schneider?
No.
You never heard about that
No.
shit? Dan Snyder was wasn't he a full pedo or something?
Oh, he went full Diddy?
Yeah, but he was a foot dude too. He would ask her pictures of her feet and shit. He would
Jesus
give them
Christ.
shoes. Full, yeah.
All right. Well.
Sounds like that happens to a lot of child actors too.
Well, good thing we're not children anymore. We're 20 years old. 21 years old. That's how we got the cigarettes.
We do not condone or endorse any of the actions done in this video.
Don't try this at home.
It's all for educational purposes.
These are actually herbal. And you can buy them at CVS. These were prescribed to me. No. I think a movie script would be kind of cool because, like, we're not Hollywood. We're not going to get into any, like, crazy, like, drama. It's literally just, like, home films, you know? It'd be kind of cool.
It'd be it's a neat thought. Your move.
It is. I'm trying to think of what to do because my queen is at risk.
A little bit.
A little bit.
We could make a low-budget slasher movie, but it's just Drew running around the woods killing us all.
I'm in. I'll be a slasher.
Make a real life Blair Witch Project where it's like everyone thinks it's real and shit, but it just actually is real, and we post the movie.
Oh god.
Dude,
I would do a slasher film with you guys. I'm in.
I should buy a VHS camera.
Oh, that'd be fire.
I'll be the stereotypical stoner. Me and Ben will be the stoner duo that dies at the beginning.
You know what I'm gonna be.
No, we should do the stoner duo, but they make it all the way to the end by just bumbling around.
Yeah, like the killer comes by, we just like, you're so high, you fucking sidestep it, and they walk by, go to the next person immediately.
Or like you can be pushed down so easily, like a machete hits you, it doesn't even slice into you, but it like
There's so
bounces you,
little
like,
resistance.
down.
It's like a piece of paper where you try slashing at it. It's just like,
It just moves out of the way. It'd be like the rest of the group that are like being hunted. They're trying to be all strategic about it. Like they know they're getting hunted down. The stoners don't even care, and they're just like you said, like bumbling around, and it doesn't matter. And the hunter is so focused on like the strategy, like he's like being very methodical about it, that he just doesn't even think about like the no strategy stoners that go out.
He can't comprehend he can't comprehend the strat of this. He just can't figure it out. He's like trying to be like, where are they thinking? Where are they going next? But it's just like they're just walking in a straight line that they somehow run into obstacles along the way, and they just somehow keep getting fucking lost.
It's like that Rick and Morty episode with like the heists, where like the heistatron was like focusing so heavy on plans that Rick created a random bot, or like Randatron, where like there is no strategy, so there's no way you can predict our actions, so there's no way you can counteract, you know? It was beautiful.
Unstoppable. No.
You just have all the survivors running around in the woods, and then you see the two stoners hitting the bong just on a tree.
Yeah,
in a tree.
Yeah.
It's like the cold open, you know, where they're all sitting in their tents at the fucking, you know, around the fire. They just they didn't even go near any of it. They walked away to smoke a bowl, and they got lost on their way back. So they're just wandering around the entire movie.
Oh, no, I mean like middle of the movie, you know, somebody's getting chased down by Jason or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And then you just see in the background Jacob and Ben just fucking hitting the bongs.
Dude, it could be like a really quick cut thing. Like Tarantino does that a lot, I think. Where like there's like a brutal, bloody, gory scene of just the killer stabbing someone, like stabbing the shit out of somebody, like stabbing them to death, and then like fat, like suspenseful music gets pounded, like dun 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 dun, and fucking stabbing someone to death, and then immediately cuts to the two stoners. Here you go, man. You gotta hit this shit, and then goes right back to the dun dun. Just go back and forth for like 3 clips. Yes, I can do it by myself. This is gonna be a horrible podcast.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's beautiful.
It is gonna be beautiful.
It'll be fun to look back on in like 5 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I just finished my card.
Oh. This one's done. My move.
Your move, I think. Actually, you moved that queen, right?
And then you move your queen.
I did move my queen. That's right.
How much we got? Quite a few. Damn. All right.
1, 2, 4, 5. I've only got 8.
That's 4 each. Yeah, we're good.
They're light cigarettes. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very quick smokes. They're very, they're very light-bodied. You know, nothing too special about them. They've got this, beautiful gold trim, the white filter. I
don't like the white filter. I like the classic look of a cigarette with like the cork-looking filter, like they have on Newport Reds.
The orange kind of corky filter.
Yeah.
I do like the contrast it gives, but I don't know. I feel like when it's got the white filter, it's got like more class to it or something.
I guess so.
When you guys eventually bring guests onto the podcast.
Yeah.
Are you going to be nice and provide some candy cigarettes?
Fuck no.
Well, you can just not smoke, and we'll just do the episode.
You gotta
I'm
smoke.
not saying I'm coming on.
You gotta
You
smoke
can.
something.
You'd be more than welcome to
I'll be
come
off
on.
camera.
Well, oh,
Just
okay.
like today.
Yeah, there's no problem with this.
I mean, like Alex. Candy cigarettes. His blood sugar's a little low. Get a candy cigarette. He tries to light it.
That
He
would
would
go.
totally do that.
That would
too.
go hard.
Goes hard.
The sugar
Makes
just
me
melts
hard.
onto his lap. He's burning.
Can't do that.
Nope.
One hell of a fork you got.
Thank you. So when you're thinking about making this movie, like who would make the script?
Well, we could all collectively chip into like our idea, like mutual
Because
ideas.
I'm not good at none of that shit. I know he would probably be all right at doing all that.
I would love writing dialogues.
You would be good at writing scripts and shit. You
Yeah.
love writing dialogue.
Love writing.
You love writing speeches.
Yeah, like monologues, like for the final boss of our campaign.
Yeah. You love writing that shit, so but it's like I don't know, I'm not good at writing stuff like that. But we'll make like a Hatchet level horror movie.
And it's gonna be like 20 minutes long. I can already tell. It's
We
not.
can make a short film.
Yeah.
We can do a one shot. Just all in one shot.
Ooh,
That'd be cool.
that would be cool.
That would be so stupid though.
Yeah.
Just one long one take.
Well, that's what they did with
We would fuck up and
1917.
we would have to
That's
go
what they
home
did
for
with
the
fuck, what's it called?
1917.
No, it's a different movie.
The whole movie was was like 3 shots, right?
day. Which one?
1917.
Never seen it.
Great World War I movie.
Yeah, there was another movie, I forget what it's called, but God, it was a horror movie that was in the perspective of the killer.
Oh, Violent Nature.
Of a violent nature, thank you.
I saw that shit.
No.
Was it good?
I thought it was pretty good. A lot of people didn't really like it that much, but
I'll have to check it out.
Ethan saw it in theater.
Oh, nice.
Aight.
I don't know. I would definitely probably fit into the role. I mean, I don't even have to be the killer. Out of the people in the group, I'd fit best in the role of a killer in a horror movie.
You're either going to be the killer or the one that has the best shot of taking down the killer.
Well, just like body slamming somebody in the group.
Yeah.
Fire. I'm in.
I feel like the killer would be one of you two.
Yeah.
Or Nick.
Nick would do good.
Nick's
Nick could do really
evil.
good. Evil.
Or, you know what we could do?
Hmm.
No killer, but everyone thinks there is. That would be a decent
Ooh.
concept.
I do like that idea.
There was a movie made like that recently. Yeah.
Well, we could do it like a camping trip. We could actually do it at the next camping trip. We spend the rest. Hear me out. We spend the entire time up until the camping trip writing a script, and then at the camping trip, let's say it's like classic story, right? A bunch of 20-year-olds, early 20s. Let's spice up this camping trip. We found peyote, or we got drugs. Fucking group trip. They all like hive mind in their psychosis, and they all think that there's a killer, but we reveal it at the end.
Just the campground next to him is fucking with them. They know they've been smoking. And so they've been just like rustling the leaves and shit.
Yeah, they've been running by. You see their silhouettes every so often.
And none of the people on the camping trip think to just get in their car and drive to Quick Trip.
Like only
me or
like
you?
that's you. Like half the people are gonna know what a Quick Trip is if they ever watch this video.
Gas station.
Gas station sushi.
Uh-oh. There was a roof.
So there's 2 ways to do this, right? Because we could either go the serious route of writing and try to make it like an actual thriller where you're like scared and on the edge of your seat and stuff, but that's not going to be easy with like the low equipment that we got, like low quality and stuff. Because I wasn't really scared by Blair Witch Project, so the low quality thing, I don't think that's going to play out for like a series. We could go into like a comedy horror that's a fun genre, you know. It's funny, but it's like it's a horror movie, but it's a spoof kind of.
We could start out with like the low quality VHS camera or whatever the hell, and then we just go into like a high quality. I mean, it's not gonna be that high quality. It'll probably be our phones, but
We could go back and forth. Where like it's like narrative with you know, high quality camera, and then like little like video recordings with like a VHS, like they did in This Is the End. I don't know. We could do that. You didn't move, did you?
the
No.
killer's perspective could be in the VHS camera.
It's true.
That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
Although, at what point does it just become a gimmick?
Check.
Every horror movie has its gimmick.
Not everyone.
Check. Check. Thank you.
Move.
Boys.
I saw that about 2 moves ago. I'm like, ooh, I could do this.
I just thought of an idea for like the set of this podcast.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, this podcast?
Yeah.
What's up?
We find a spot in the woods. We start building it up. Just like episode after episode.
We add something to it?
Like start making like a bushcraft shelter.
Okay, I'm in. Did you move?
We gotta make a table to play cards on.
Check.
Gotta make a camera. out of wood.
I would.
Ah. Check. Check. No, don't do that. Good game.
Our game.
We need to make a D&D movie. We're gonna make part 2 on ourselves, and it's gonna become so famous that they actually send it to Hollywood as a full script.
Are you black or am I black this turn?
You were just white, so I'm white this.
Let's just.
But yeah, if you're thinking about getting into D&D, I think I mentioned in the last video, it's not that hard. Just get a group of friends together and learn as you go. Get one person to read a few paragraphs out of the book who can answer very, preliminary questions. And
D&D ain't that serious.
it's really not. You don't even have to know the rules. The whole basis of the game is
It's just
you have a
role-playing,
character and you roll dice to see how successfully you do whatever you want to do.
Like, of course, you'll want to follow the rules a little bit and shit. So
Right.
As a baseline, but it's mostly just imagination.
Yeah. It's the greatest game ever.
There aren't even any rules.
There are rules.
No, there aren't.
There's parameters.
None that I care about.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, we know,
that's why we do
Brandon.
that's why we do a lot of homebrew. Stay hydrated. This is water.
Water.
It's holy water. It's the elixir of energy.
Still can't believe you're drinking that at fucking 5 o'clock.
Yep. There's 2 more on deck. This is for tonight.
Wild work.
Yep.
You're white.
I am.
Drew, have you slept today?
Probably not.
I did. I slept 12 hours last night.
Dude, really?
Well, no, like 11 and a half. Yeah.
Whatever happened to the John Wick marathon you were gonna do?
I fell asleep.
Really?
Yeah.
With
And you told me to go to sleep. Let's say I listened to you for once in my life.
do it more often.
I
No.
know.
That's fair.
So, for this hypothetical thriller, horror movie, whatever we're going to do,
What about it?
where do we start? Are we doing Friends in the Woods who have a group trip and there's no killer?
I mean, shit, we could do that. It would be an interesting little concept, but... Like, would we make it so that they die in the end, or...
I don't know.
Yeah, the OD.
Yeah, OD on the gas.
That would be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I hope you know I'm leaving all of this in.
Yeah,
All right.
it's part of the experience.
Yeah, they get to just hang out.
It's been a solid 2 minutes, not a word.
We're thinking about chess, you know. It's a lot of strategizing. We're no teachers.
I'm thinking about the movie.
Oh, well,
Diving into this thing.
he's thinking.
Think out loud.
Think out loud. What would make a better movie? They die in the end or they live in the end?
Gotta have like 2 of them
One of
die.
them dies.
Well,
but
someone
it's
has to die.
unrelated.
Ooh. Okay. Then in that case,
Arrest.
Hmm?
Cardiac arrest. Alex's blood sugar is too low.
yeah, we could definitely do that.
He goes into a coma. But
No.
we all think he died, so we bury him. But he was still alive. We give him a Viking funeral, we fucking light him up.
Is there a killer?
Maybe.
Hmm.
Just a really bad one. Never gets to any of us.
That could just be the movie. There's a killer and it's just really bad, so it's just them fucking off in the woods, and then some of them, they all die, but it's not the killer, and the killer gets there and it's just like, I don't know, we'll come up with something.
Throws an axe at one of us, but the butt end hits us in the shoulder, and we're just like, ow.
Motherfucker.
He just starts chasing after us. We leave the axe. We just keep running. That's the movie. It's gonna be Scary Movie, but for horror movies. Wait, that's
So scary movie.
so scary.
It'll just be another horror comedy
They're
spoof.
already making another scary movie. We can't do it.
We can do
Sure,
it.
we can.
Well, yeah.
Bro hits us with the dull side of a machete.
Check.
Forgets to turn the chainsaw on.
Decisions. Check.
Let's do that. Let's do our own version of Scary Movie.
The dumb killer.
Dumb killer, dumb group. They're all stupid. And it's a horror movie.
It's like real life.
Yeah.
Check.
No more castling for me.
Yup.
Boo-hoo. I'm really forcing my bishop out of here.
Jacob, you can win this in 3 moves.
Can I?
Only if he doesn't move, though.
Oh.
Can't even see the board. Oh, no, I guess you can
That's
see the
probably
board.
a problem we should fix in the next episode, huh?
What?
Get a second
Like, see the
POV.
board.
Right
Oh,
from-
that'd be sick.
Like, it's like a square in the bottom corner, like the
That
chessboard.
would be pretty cool.
That would be kind of cool.
Or you just play chess on your phones.
We're just sitting here on our phones the entire time.
That would be so awful.
They're just staring at one another, huh?
A little bit.
the Dumb Killer, Dumb Group movie. A dude's sleeping in the tent the whole movie.
The whole movie. Yeah.
So like, he doesn't hear what's going around him, and the killer doesn't know he's in the tent.
Fire as hell.
Just every like 5 minutes or so, we just check up on him. He's like tossing and turning. That's it. He wakes up one time, gets up, scratches his ass, pisses behind a tree.
He makes breakfast. He makes food.
Where's everybody?
I think we have to start him an idea here. It's good work. We could definitely make this work.
And then it turns out that he's like the big savior, and he's gonna take down the killer.
On accident.
Yeah, well, on accident, of course. Like he's hanging up clothes to dry because they got a little wet, and then it like decapitates the dude. He just runs into it.
One dumb move, huh?
Yep. That's how she goes. Check. Successful game after unsuccessful game after. I don't know. We kind of trade off winning and losing.
You won the last two, I think.
Who won the game before we started the camera?
I don't remember. Might have been me. I mean, that is true in a technical sense. He won the game yesterday.
Yeah.
No, according to him.
According to him, yeah.
My word is the law.
Ah. It's a pretty fire, dog.
Oh, you know how the killer could be defeated?
How?
He has a pepper allergy.
He has a weed allergy, so it's the stoner the entire movie. He blows it in his face. He just fucking explodes.
Gets blown smoke. Just... Nah, but like the dude that stayed back at the campsite, he makes like a brat. He hands it over to the dude. He's got like an allergy to something in the brat. His throat closes, can't breathe anymore, dies.
How would the killer die?
Bet. He goes home.
Dude offers him a brat, but it's actually a beer brat, and he's allergic to hops, so he fucking dies.
It's a beer brat. He just doesn't like beer.
Projectile vomits his organs up.
What if they all become friends at the end?
They all go skipping down the road.
They all become friends at the end, and then they kill the dude in the tent for not helping them out. Defeat the killer in the first place.
The real killer was the friend we made along the way.
I guess so.
I am.
You're white. Start it off. Do some weird stuff.
All right.
You think we should, like, actually get? I could get that book called Worlds and Realms. It's about like canon lore in the D&D realms, about the Forgotten Realms and like the actual structure of pre-built cities by like the developers of Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah.
We could do that and incorporate some of that into our campaign,
Yeah.
like their gods and their cities somewhere here and there.
And we still need to do some more world building. I need to come up with that fourth island, and then the two other planets. I need to come up with a bit more for.
Yeah.
You know what book you could get? Giant Book of Battle Maps.
I'm going to get that. I'm gonna get the giant book of battle maps. I also want to do the what was it, those snap together?
Oh, those like hexagonal things?
Yeah, and like you can make custom
your
like
own
dungeons. Yeah.
Those are gonna be so expensive though.
I know, but it'd be cool.
You get like 2 pieces for $1. It's like.
Yeah, but what, they're gonna be like half an inch?
Probably something like that.
Yeah, they're gonna be a bit expensive. It's unfortunate,
Well,
but
at least it's a one-time purchase though.
yeah.
That's true.
Very.
I do want to go balls to the wall like that though, in the basement, and like deck it all out.
Well, sure.
Have my own little.
As long as I can deck out the living room.
Dude, I will give y'all. You do whatever you want with the rest of the house. You can paint it pink. I don't care. I just need the basement. I'm gonna put a weight rack down there, and deck it all out with D&D. My turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
Good move.
Thanks.
Good move. No, I was like, when I was in Barnes & Noble looking at that book, I was kind of reading through it. And it's told from the perspective of Mordenkainen.
I don't know who that is.
Is like a really powerful wizard. I don't know if he's a wizard or a sorcerer, but
Check.
very very powerful, infamous magic user. And he adventures across the realms and learns all these things, and then he documents them in his book called Worlds and Realms. I think it's pretty cool.
It's a pretty neat thing.
Yeah. What to do with that queen?
Great question. Yeah, I'm just switch it up. Like,
Really? Let's see where this goes.
this is a losing position. Like, you have all your pieces. I've only got my bishop and 2 rooks.
I don't have all my pieces. You have your. You
I
got
have
a knight
1 horse.
and 2 pawns. Pawns are important.
In
Kind of.
the end game,
We're getting there. We're in middle game.
No, you're in endgame now.
We're in the end game now. It is your turn. I want to see where this game goes.
yeah,
Just curious.
Of course you do. You're gonna win.
No, we don't know that.
yeah. Shut the fuck up.
We honestly don't know that. We're almost done.
We are. Check.
Ooh.
Okay, thank God.
Now, see? I don't know where the game was going to go.
Guess not.
Now I'm in the losing position.
A little bit.
A lot of it. Oh, I dropped it. No, I dropped it.
You dropped your dart.
Oh, it's done anyway.
Oh, I'll just, yeah.
Well, we're down to the last 2.
Yeah, hopefully the end of this game we'll finish that all up. Maybe we'll talk about chess strategy more. We just wanted to play because chess is fire as fuck. Play chess.
Play chess. It is my turn, huh?
Yep.
Check. I do want to make that movie. I do want to do more world building. I don't know. Kind of just been talking about the same stuff over and over again.
Well, yeah, we don't got too much to talk about in life right now. I mean, shit, work is just a lot of hours.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we got to talk about? We're not dude bros who have infinite money.
Yeah.
So, just how she goes.
How she
I think
goes.
next time you should get a list of talking points.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of just said I originally thought that we could have enough time to talk about D&D the entire time, or have enough brain power to talk about D&D the entire time.
Yeah, but we don't. We're still both not the most experienced motherfuckers when it comes to it.
Also, an hour is quite a bit of time.
Check.
Yeah. Some of this you just can't blame the other player for. Like, I've made some moves that I can't blame you. Like that when you took my queen and stuff. I don't know. Check. Good game. Nope, bishop.
Good game. Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's finish this dart up and then call it.
I guess so.
Good games.
That was a good game. Whoa, a few good games.
Yeah, I mean, shit. You're missing a piece.
It's probably how the other ones got lost too, is me forgetting to put them in the board.
Definitely how at least 2 of those pawns went missing.
Yeah.
Oh, sitting on that fucking wooden chair, man.
You're into the shot. How dare you?
Oh no.
It's okay.
I had to grab my chocolate milk bottle.
Oh yeah, you were right. We totally would have forgot about that.
I keep those things on my mind, you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. Where should we do the next episode? We do the woods?
We could go to Lapham Peak.
Yeah, and we just slowly add piece by piece, build up the set.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I really do like that idea. That would give us more time. You know how like it's been quiet a lot and we've been like kind of stalled out of time and ideas. Some of it could just go straight towards this is how you tie this knot, or this is how you would build this structure, and we just build a structure in the woods. If you wanted,
we could like kind of extend. I guess we could go to Ben's area.
We could.
Oh, you know what would be a good idea? We get Rachel to draw up a logo for this podcast, and then we get a stencil and eventually like on a long wall that we spray paint the logo.
I love that idea.
Pretty fire.
Or we char it into the wood.
Yeah, with blowtorch.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Brand the tree with our fucking.
That'd be sick.
I'm in. Let's do it. All right. So the next episode's in the woods, and we'll slowly start building it up. I got some leftover pallet wood. We could do that for one of the walls.
Good.
Yeah.
We just need to find a spot that nobody's gonna tamper with.
Yeah, that's true. That's why Ben's area would be pretty nice.
A place we could find again.
Yeah.
Not forget where it is.
That's why Ben's area is a pretty nice play.
Yeah.
We know where it is. We know that place like the back of our hand.
I don't.
I do.
All right.
So does Ben. I mean, yeah, not a lot of people go through there, right?
Yeah, I mean, now that it's
We need to
camping
find a place
season,
on
I might.
Yeah, just going literally in the middle of nowhere.
Take down the coordinates.
I am done with my cigarette. Well,
It was a good adventure.
ladies and lasses, or lads and lasses, I bid you adieu.
Ever Derek.
Arrivederci.